Hi there, I'm Jamie Newberry. I'm one of the co-founders of Picture This Clothing. We get the question a lot on how we came up with the idea for Picture This Clothing. So here's how it all started. Basically, my youngest daughter drew this picture of this fantastic but very simple rainbow dress. And I looked at it and I said, you know what, I think I can make that. And so I'm not a seamstress by any means. It's something I know how to operate a sewing machine, maybe 4-H level sewing skills. But basically I made this dress. I cut pieces of fabric, $75 worth of fabric, her selection, beautiful rainbow pieces. And I made a dress that looked exactly like what she drew. When she put this dress on for the first time, she said, "I'm wearing my imagination," which really stuck with me. Kind of cool words from a then 6-year-old kid, right? Well, she wore this dress everywhere for the next 3-4 months. She wore it everywhere. And everywhere we went, we would get comments like, where did you get that? You know, it was adults, it was kids, friends from school, strangers. People would say, where did you get that dress? That's so cool. And my boyfriend, Ken, said, you know, he's like, you've got something here. You should do something with this. And my initial response was like, I am not going to, it took me 12 hours across 3 days and $75 worth of fabric. I'm not going to tailor dresses for kids. Like, that is not what I want to do with my life. And, you know, we kind of just set it aside. A little while longer, Ken came back and he said, what if the kid actually wore the drawing, like the actual drawing, rather than recreating it from the drawing like we did here? And that was interesting. And that was the aha moment. When Ken said, what if they actually wore the drawing? That was it. We knew we had something and we had to flesh it out. So over the course of the next couple months, we I credit Ken with all of the coloring sheet, the idea of the coloring sheet, and the simplification to something like this. We figured out what the most basic shape would be, you know, a simple tank dress, so that we could test the concept. And so we took our idea baby to our friend Iggy, who is a really good website maker, designer, and we asked him if he'd be interested in collaborating with us on an idea to help us bring a proof of concept to life, something that we could actually make sales on if we needed to, but you know, enough to test the concept. So that was, I want to say around May or June of 2015. 2015. So we all had our own things going. I owned my own consulting agency. Iggy owned his own design consulting agency. Ken is a co-founder of a successful Reddit reader app for iOS called Narwhal. So we all had kind of our day jobs going. And so we did what we could across the next few months to kind of keep this idea moving forward in our free time. And so that's what we did. And fast forward, you know, so there's little bits happening, little bits of prototyping and testing the concept, having my daughter draw. That's where this one comes from. This was actually one of our prototype pieces. She drew this pushing the cat on a scooter, and it's been one of our great landmark pieces. And so we tested, we tried different fabrics, we explored different resources who could help us bring these to life in a prototype form, and then, you know, if we actually got orders, who could help us fulfill them. We used a third-party sublimation printer, and it turns out of all the places we looked, we found somebody 15 minutes from our house here in Las Vegas, so that was awesome. But yeah, so over time, so that's basically the gist of the story, right? Like, that's how the idea happened. And then fast forward to July 2016, just last year, Iggy says, I finished the site, it's ready to test. So we got a small group of beta testers who were willing to try the dresses, to actually place an order through our process, download the template, take the photo, upload it. And our beta testers did it. They got the orders. We had some adjustments with fit to make. And then one day, specifically August 17th, so we tested for a couple weeks. We actually printed products, shipped them their dresses. And yeah, August 17th, 2016, we basically launched the company with a single tweet from my personal account. And the tweet said something like, hey, check out this thing that some friends and I made, with a link to Picture This Clothing. By the end of the day, we had a TechCrunch write-up. Who knew? So of course our site crashed, and Iggy, got it up and running again within the next 24 hours or less. It didn't take that long. He got it up and running, and the next day we were shared by somebody on Product Hunt. The day after that, Disney's Babbel.com reached out to us for an interview. The day after that, a company called Now This reached out to us for a Skype interview. And it was just every day was something new. Business Insider reached out the day after that. All this buzz was really awesome, and we didn't actually get a lot of orders immediately. The first 5 days it was fairly quiet. I think we got like 2 or 3 orders, and we thought, okay, glad we tested the concept and didn't sink a ton of money into this, because maybe it's all hype. There was tons and tons of hype starting to happen, but not a ton of orders. And we thought, but that's cool. At least we're getting some orders. This is awesome, sustainable. And then 7 days after, so exactly 1 week from August 17th, Wednesday, to the next Wednesday, that was when Babbel.com's article went live. And when their article went live, that was when we really saw things change. After they posted it, a bunch of mommy blogs picked it up. Scary Mommy was a big one. Bored Panda picked it up. Huffington Post picked it up. And it just continued to escalate. And then orders really started coming in. And then it got a little scary. So yeah, orders started coming in. We were fulfilling, we're able to fulfill them, but realistically, here's one of the scariest things, is we took $10,000 worth of orders without fulfilling a single one. And I think that was really scary at first. So if we learned anything, it's like, ooh, be careful. So we were able to fulfill those orders. Right after that, the Now This video went live the day before Labor Day. And within 2 days, that video had 15 million views. And our sales on Labor Day were just under $10,000 in that one day. So that was really cool, and we knew, like, we've just proven the concept, now we have to keep up. A couple other unexpected things that have come out of this. Best friend dresses. We've seen a lot of best friend dresses. People designing like one half that goes with another half, or two of the same design in a different size. So either best friends or siblings. We've also had a lot of parties. I want to do a picture of this party for my kid's 8th birthday party. We've had small boutique clothing shops say, we want to host a picture of this party at our store. And so, yeah, like these are things that we've been very accommodating to. We want to work with more and build those sections out. But it's been a really, really delightful thing that's just kind of happened on its own, very organically. It's not something that we, really planned for. We just got requests and we were able to accommodate. So, I don't know, we've been growing in really cool ways. Another really exciting thing that I love about what we make is just purely the opportunity for both kids and now adults too to express themselves through their clothing in a really unique sort of way. We can see 100 different unicorns and no two are alike, and that is amazing. We see stuff like unicorns and narwhals. I mean, what could be more exciting and more happy than that? Little skulls. I don't know. Every piece, I swear, every time I see a new piece, I'm like, oh, I love this. So it just, the delight that I feel by doing this, like I love what we make. I love loving what we make and what we do and what we're putting out into the world. We're putting some positivity out there, and I couldn't be more excited to be a part of something like that.